If you weren't aware, you can actually map the controls of your VST or AU to Ableton, then create a rack and have them controlled by macros. You can also, with this function, randomize the presets of the instrument you've mapped. As an example here, if I press the random button, I've mapped these functions here. If I press the random, I instantly generate a new preset. I can then save that as a send preset if I wanted to, no problem. I think it's applicable to all VST-AUs. Of course, you only have a limited number of macros, but if I open this up, second here, if I open this up, you can get pretty much all of the controls in here, and then as I've done on X, Y, and Z here, I've mapped more than one function within the instrument to the parameter here. In Z, I have the LFO2 wave shape, the fade in. So I've made some multi macros, if you like, and that allows me to grab more of these functions. So as I say, press random. You're not sure what's going to happen. I'm just playing a pad here at the moment. Of course, you can adjust. If you wanted more of a plucky sound, you could adjust it here. It's just a way of getting a bit more out of your, say, instruments, external instruments, VSTs. If you just want to sit around, punch a button, and explore. Okay, let's have a look at the principle behind it. It's very simple, shouldn't take long. So when you drop your plugin in, you're presented with this little box down here. If we now click on the down arrow here, we have the configure option. If we right click, we can group this. That gives us our macros here. Open that up, gives us our macros. So the control of the plugin is now within the macro, the instrument rack. We can extend these macros here up to 16 with these buttons. Yeah, but once you have the configure, it's very simple. Click this, click on what you want to map into your instrument rack. I tend to ignore things that affect pitch when I'm making these sort of racks. I don't want the pitch to be randomized. You might want that, but I prefer not to have it. Then I can set the pitch afterwards. But I can set things like here, so filter frequency here, the resonance here, the modulation, the filter type, what is going to modulate it, the selector, VCO1 and VCO2 mix, etc. Let's have the envelopes, put those in as well. Both of those can go in. I also have the LFO, the sync for the LFO, pulse width. I'll take these here, and also these two modulation sources here, which actually affect pitch, but I'll show you quickly how we can avoid that. Let's just take those for now. As I say, it's just a principle I want to show. You can apply this to any of your plugins. So we'll just take these ones here. Once we've got them in here configured, now all we have to do is simply map them. So I can map this one to here. VCF frequency, the resonance. Let's put the envelopes down here. 1, 2, 3. We'll put both envelopes on the same controls. So envelope 1 and envelope 2 will be mapped to the same macros. We can rename this attack. Oh, that one we don't have to. We only got the ADS on this. Okay, so let's go back into this. And what else do we need to? You can see the ones you've mapped, which is handy. Then we can have here. We'll have the pulse width on separate macros. We can have the envelopes we've done. Let's just map these ones here. The filter, modulation, the mode. I'm just doing this very quickly so you understand what's going on. VCO1 mix we can have down here. VCO2 mix we can have here. The sub oscillator we'll have here as well. What else do we have? We just have the LFOs, I guess. Well, I'll do this one. It's a little bit a trick now. If you've got a few more you want to add, I tend to just say 1 and just literally map them randomly, trying not to get too many of the same things. There we go. I just go around and map them 1, 2 to each. I'll name this one X. I'll name this one Y, and this one Z. I think you get the idea. Now, if you have certain things that you don't, we can now ignore this. That's all done. If you have certain things in your mappings you don't want to be modulated, the example I gave was here. If you look at the modulation here, it goes into frequency, which would affect pitch and pulse width. So I just want pulse width on these two. So all I do is find these in my mapping. Where do we have here? Let's have a look. Modulations amount, VCO2 here, and VCO1 modulation amount here. This is this function here. And if I move that over, I only wanted to go halfway. I just want the pulse width, so I would set this to 0.5. As an example, 0.5. This means this here will only go from 12 o'clock down to 6 o'clock at the bottom. It won't go into the frequency, and I do that for this one here, VCO2, set that to, so you can make these fine adjustments. Another one which is quite good, I find the noise is quite aggressive on SEM, so I tend to go here, the sub oscillator noise mix. I just set this to 0.5, which is this setting here. So this will only remain in from 6 o'clock till 12 o'clock on this way, on this side of the dial, but not go into the noise. Okay, so there you go. That's it. Now we can randomize this and see what happens. There we go, first tone. Let's try another one. Oh, that's a bit more aggressive. Okay, so I hope this has been useful to you. The principle can be applied to all the plugins. You just have to make your selection what you want in the in here and what you want to map here, and yeah, go and have some fun. Okay, take care, enjoy your day. Just a short one today.